Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new episode of Tips for Spearheads. Today we are going to train our distance awareness and measure management using the three mechanics we have seen in the previous video. I'm now going to show you two really important exercise patterns which can be easily modified to train a variety of more or less specific skills. But before I start, I'll take a few seconds to point you toward my Patreon page. You may find the link in the video description, by the way. By subscribing to my Patreon, you will not only help me increasing the quality and the amount of videos I put out on the channel, but you will also get access to a ton of additional contents which I made in the last 4 years. So, give it a look. Again, link in the video description. Okay, back on topic. Very good. The first exercise takes the three mechanics we have explored in the first video and put you in the conditions to use them when the distance is appropriate. Here, Jacopo is moving forward and backward in front of me. His job is to move at different distances to put me in the conditions to choose which mechanic is the best to strike at a specific distance without moving a single step. The goal is to always try to hit with the first 10 to 20 centimeters of the spear, to use at best our reach, while losing the minimum amount of structure needed to do so during the process. If you do not understand what I mean by structure, check again the first episode of the series. This exercise is pretty complex to execute at first, and it will always be a little challenging depending by how your training partner is moving around. So, when you are on the side of the, let's say, moving target, be aware that you can always increase or decrease the difficulty of the exercise. Try to notice how much times your friend has success and regulate yourself on top of this. 100% success is too much, while lesser than 50% is too low. Keep this in mind as a general reference. The second exercise works in the same way, but this time the focus switches on footwork. The goal is to use one mechanic, I choose the second, the sliding spear, let's call it, and use it in combination with the lunge to land the attack. I decided to choose this mechanic because it's the most interesting one, as you can vary the effective reach of your weapon in many different ways. The goal is, as before, to use the best option possible. Ideally, you have to stand still when you can reach the opponent only by moving the hands, and then add a lunge only when it is needed. But also pay attention that you do not always have to lunge at your maximum distance. The ideal instead is to lunge enough to land the action. So, both in terms of hands and footwork, the goal of the exercise is to land the action while not exaggerating your movements, so that you are ready for whatever may happen after the action, while exploiting the measure needed to do the job at the same time. You can work out this second exercise wherever you want, but as your back foot has to stand still on its place the whole time, it's good to put it close to something to take as a reference, like the column I use here, for example, a wall or something similar. You can use this second exercise to work on every one of the mechanics I have shown you in the second video. You can also modify and mix these two exercises as you prefer to make them more complex to deal with the more you get experienced. Very good people, now you are ready to work on your measure management. In the next episode we will see how to land a parry riposte on both the inside and the outside line. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content, and as always, see you next time.